Hey guys, welcome back to FedEx Gaming's Redstone tutorials. Please leave a like on the video, I'd really appreciate it. Also, on my channel growing out today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build my Portcullis gate with no sand or gravel version 2.0, because my first version, you had to do a quick fix to it to make it work in all directions. This one, you just have to build it once and it works in every direction. So let's just see what this thing does. So we click this button, our Portcullis gate opens up, and then we go inside, click the button on the inside if we really want to. It closes, and of course I put a lockout switch on it, so in case you want to keep anyone out, even though it is Minecraft and your friends are most likely going to break something if they want to get in there anyway. So let's just start building this thing right away. Alright guys, so for this build we're going to need a 4x7 in one spot that we have to dig down at least 4. So you're going to have to dig down 4 and then make a 4x7. And then for the pistons, we're going to have to dig down 3 and we're going to need a 4x15. Now that's the furthest you have to go. All the materials here are for the furthest you have to go. So if you make it smaller, then you're going to need less pistons. So what we're going to need is at least a lever just for the initial setup. We don't need a lever at the end. Well, we actually do for our lockout switch, so never mind. We're going to need a lever. Some blocks of choice. These are blocks you'll be able to see. Some blocks to put your redstone dust down on. Now we're going to need 10 torches no matter what. Actually, we're going to need 25 torches. What am I doing? You're going to need at least 25 torches for this build. I forgot about the bottom pistons at there. We're going to need 21 repeaters. Now, like I said, the smaller you make it, the less things you're going to need. 32 sticky pistons. Remember, smaller, less neat. Okay, I'm done. At least 64 pieces of dust. Just get a handful of dust. And 30 pistons. And we're also going to need 45 fences and 2 buttons. Now, you don't need to use netherrack fences. You can use normal fences or even iron bars if you want to. I'm just using netherrack fences because I think they look pretty cool. So on our 4x15 spacing where we have to dig down at least 3, so we know this right here is our floor. This is what you'll be able to do. You'll be walking around on. On the backhand side of this 4x15, we're going to put dust all along the back. Now, I'm not going to be using splash potions of swiftness because I don't want to see the little swirls. Then right in front of the dust, we're going to put some repeaters. Then we're going to put blocks in front of the repeaters. You know what, actually, you know what, yeah, let's just make it go the full length. I wasn't going to go the full length, but whatever. Then we're going to put some torches on top of the blocks. And then take out your block of choice. You will be able to see this and put those all along the top of the torches. Then we're going to go to the backhand side and we're going to put in our sticky pistons. So they should all extend up. Then we're going to put another row, which will all extend up. Then we're going to put some blocks of choice on top of those because you will be able to see those blocks. Oop. And then we're going to take out our fences now. And we're going to do 3 rows of fences all along that. So 1, 2, and last but not least, 3. Then we're going to put another row of blocks of choice. You will be able to see these blocks right above that. So it looks something like this right now. And then what we're going to do is go up 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to make a row all the way along that. And then we're going to put regular pistons facing downwards. So just fill it up with regular pistons facing downwards. So that's 1 row. And then the second row right here. Oh, no. Bam. I hate facing down pistons. There we go. And now we got all our pistons in and everything. So beautiful. Now we can actually start doing the redstone. So what we're going to do is come to the right hand side and all the way at the bottom where these where this row of dust is, we're going to come out 1 more block. And on top of this block, we're supposed to have a repeater like this, but do not put that repeater there just yet. Just letting you guys know now though. So delete that, and where our block is where our repeater is supposed to be, just come over 1 more block and then up a block. Put a torch on the side of this block. Put a repeater coming out of this block set to 4 ticks delay. Put a block in front of it. Put dust on top of the block. A block to the right hand side of the dust with a torch on it. And then we're going to put a sticky piston coming out of the dust. It should extend because of the torch. And put a block in front of it like that. And that will create our falling edge circuit. Now on the block with the torch, we're going to put our lever here and just click it down for now. So this torch goes off. This is the only time you're going to need this lever until we have to put our lockout switch in. Now we're going to put our repeater back on this block on 1 tick delay. And then we're going to flip up the lever, which will make this go down, and then delete the lever. We don't need that lever there anymore. Next, what we're going to do is where our lever was, we're going to put dust there. Put a block to the right of the dust. Then we're going to put a repeater going into the block set to 1 tick delay. Put a block behind the repeater. Put a repeater going into this block set to 4 ticks delay. Put a block up behind it. No, not up behind it. Don't do that. Put dust behind it. And then to the right of it, put a block up with dust. And then we're going to come back to this later. Let's actually get a different block out because we're going to put in our buttons now. So to put in our buttons, we're going to come back up here, and where our gate is, we're just going to come out 1 more block, and then we're going to come up 3. So 1, 2, 3, like that. So this is the inside right here. And actually, let's fill this up too. Let's make this look a little bit nicer like that. There we go. And we're going to put our buttons in. So our buttons will be going right here. So let's get rid of that. We don't need those anymore, and put our buttons like that. And then we're on the backhand side, we're going to put a block down with dust on top of both of them. So when you click the button, the dust should come on. And then we're going to put a block down in the middle. This is for our lockout switch, but we're going to do our lockout switch at the end because it is the easiest thing to do. Then coming out underneath this block right here, to the right, we're going to put another block. So come up 1 and over, and put a repeater coming out of this middle dust right here, like that, set to 3 ticks delay. Then on the middle block right here, we're going to put a torch, and 2 blocks coming out from the torch to the right hand side with dust on top of both of them. And then we're going to put a block in front of our 3 tick delay repeater. And then coming out of this back block right here with the dust, we're going to put a torch here. This will create a monostable circuit or falling edge circuit. It doesn't really matter because technically it is both. And then coming out of this torch, we're going to be putting a sticky piston. So come out a block from the torch and then over 1, and then put your sticky piston facing this way. And then delete those blocks. They're not needed. Next, what we're going to do is put a block in front of our sticky piston. Then we're going to come in front of the block in front of our sticky piston, come down 2. So 1, 2, and put a block here with a torch on top of it. And then to the left side, we're going to put a block next to the torch with dust on top of it. And then a block up from the dust with a torch on top of it. Block on top of the torch. Torch coming out of the block to the right-hand side. The torch should go off. Then block on top of the torch. Torch on top of the block. Block on top of the torch. Torch on top of the block. Block on top of the torch. Torch on top of the block. And then we're going to come to this torch should be on, and it should reach the first sticky piston right there. Then we're going to come to the right hand side of it, put dust coming out of the torch with a block up in front of the dust, a torch on top of the block. The torch should go off with a block on top of the torch, a torch on top of the block. Wait, no, not like that. No. Put a block on top of the torch, and then a block over from the torch with a repeater coming out of it on 1 tick delay. And then we're going to put a block coming out from the off torch like this with dust on top of it. A block over with a repeater coming out of the block with the dust on it set to 2 ticks delay. And all right, now we're going to put blocks right in front of our 2 tick delay repeater and bring it all the way down to the end where all our pistons are. And then we're going to put dust all along the top of those. And then right up here at the top where our 1 tick delay repeaters, we're going to put dust going all along the tops of these green blocks that I put there in the beginning. Next, what we're going to do is all we have to do is hook our bottom area, which makes our pistons go up right here, to this area right here. So to do that, it's very easy. Just go up 1 more block. So where we have the block going up to the right of the dust, just go up 1 more and put dust right here. And that's it. So we should be done now. And actually, we got to put our lockout switch in too. But let's just make sure everything works. So we click the button. It closes. And then we click the button again. And it opens up. So now all we have to do is literally just put our blocks of choice in like this. Make everything look nice. There we go. Bring our blocks all the way up. All the way up. And then bring our blocks of choice all the way down. Very, very annoying. Not annoying, very boring, but you got to put them in because then you'll be able to see the redstone if you don't. So let's put those blocks in like that. And then come to this side and put our blocks of choice in like this. And now we can actually do our lockout switch. So our lockout switch is very easy. So pick whatever side you want. It doesn't really matter. So if this is the inside of your castle, or this is the inside of your castle, it doesn't really matter. Put a lever over 1 of the buttons. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. Any side you want. And then delete the block right above the block that has the lever on it. Put dust on top of it. And then the block next to the dust right here, so we can actually change this block out just to show that it's green, but you will be able to see it there. That's why I kept it white. We're going to put a sticky piston facing downwards right here. So put a sticky piston facing downwards with a block in front of it. So when we click down the lever, it will extend down, thus breaking the connection to these dust, so it will not go down. So that's your lockout switch right there. So we click the button and everything is working great. So there you guys go. That's how you build my Portcullis version 2.0 with no sand or gravel. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. All right, guys. Peace.